Hey Jenny, how are you?
Come on in.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yes, good to see you too.
I'm here at the Fraser Coast Community Nursery with team leader Jenny Robin, who leads an amazing team of volunteers propagating the different plants that are native to our region. The Fraser Coast has a unique biodiversity, and the group here of volunteers led by Jenny does an extraordinary job in propagating these plants for public spaces, parks, riparian areas, but also for members of the public and community groups. So they're doing a marvelous job to ensure that our biodiversity is protected and that we get great natural spaces. Now Jenny, this is a really special tree for our region, isn't it, that you're propagating here?
Yes, it is. There is only one tree left in the wild in the world of this species, and it happens to be at Dundarren.
What's the tree called?
Morea crenulata, but it is also known previously as Clausinus murrelliana.
Yeah, after Greg Smirrell, who found it.
Yes.
Yeah, and so is the intention to try and get this out into the wild to save the species?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So we have been planting some out on the appropriate sites so that they are getting the right conditions for successful growth.
That's extraordinary that the group here is saving a critically endangered species, only one in the wild, and from it you've been able to propagate all these seedlings and saplings.
Yes, and we feel very privileged that we do have this opportunity.
Yeah. Now Jenny, this is just one species that you're helping to propagate, but all species native to our region are important. How many species are you propagating here?
Over 300. It varies depending on seed availability.
Yeah, and different projects
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. The team here at the nursery is committed to improving the health of the community and the environment.
We provide a warm, welcoming space for the community members, especially from diverse backgrounds. We also hold regular propagation mornings, catering for different capabilities, different needs. We'd like to educate and to inform these participants as well with the different aspects of why we're growing these plants. On Wednesdays, we love having our Endeavour crew here. We get so much enjoyment out of sharing the activity with them, and we have several of those participants have been coming here longer than most of our volunteers, and they really seem to enjoy the time here.
Now Jenny, these plants don't just go out into councils, parks and gardens and natural areas. We donate about 6,000 to community groups every year, don't we?
That's right. So we have Land for Wildlife and not-for-profit community organisations that we do donate plants to.
And twice a year they can apply for that?
Yes. There is a round happening at the moment.
And these plants, these are different though, aren't they?
Yes. So once a month we hold a sale on a Thursday morning.
So the first Thursday?
Yes, first Thursday of the month, to sell off excess plants that may not be required by council or other projects.
And when people can come in, they can ask for burdock plums or other bush tucker?
Yes, we grow bush tucker plants.
Yeah. What if, for example, they want to provide a better habitat for butterflies, sugar gliders, possums or other native animals? Are you able to give advice on what plants, trees, shrubs are good for different habitat?
Yes, we can. We can provide habitat information. We can provide information on the food plants as well.
So by coming here and getting that advice and making their backyard a better habitat, they're helping to improve the environment of the Fraser Coast to ensure we keep our biodiversity and provide good habitat for wildlife.
That's exactly right. And you don't need a large backyard. You can have a balcony and that can still provide habitat for our wildlife.
Jenny, there's a few bins over here that I've noticed quite a bit of activity around. What do these do?
These are our weed tea bins. So weeds that have seeds on them go into these bins, and they're filled with water and they rot away so that
you're not spreading the weeds.
Yes, yes. We also have a compost tumbler where a lot of our other green waste can go in, but also things like our compostable cups and plates can go in there as well.
So you try and have as little waste as possible.
That's right, we're trying to be zero waste where we can.
Yeah, very good. Now Jenny, our team of volunteers doesn't just include humans, does it?
No, we also have our little friends in here, in our worm farm. They're composting all our food waste, all our scraps. Well, the worm juice is really good fertiliser.
Yeah.
And their waste product is really good soil conditioner.
Yeah.
This area here is a bioretention basin.
Yeah.
And what it does is collects all our wastewater, all our runoff, so that any fertilisers and any pollutants aren't going back out into the natural environment.
Yeah, out into the lake, then out into the Sandy Straits, then onto the reef.
Yeah. So we've planted with a lot of sedges, and they absorb all that extra nutrients.
Yeah.
And eventually, what our aim is to actually harvest those sedges.
Yeah. Very good.
We've greatly reduced our water usage.
Yeah.
Due to installation of our water tanks and modified our irrigation system so it's more efficient. We've also changed our potting mixers so they're more water retentive.
The Fraser Coast Community Nursery is a wonderful asset, and it was great to see them recognised recently in winning the Community-Based Initiative of the Year award in the Parks and Leisure Australia Queensland Awards of Excellence. And Jenny, none of that would be possible without our amazing team of volunteers.
That's right. The volunteers are our greatest asset. Without them, this isn't possible. We love hearing their suggestions, their stories. Their experience is amazing. They have had so much life experience, and we really like to take on board any of their suggestions and just working with them and enjoying that time with them, as well as all our work in the nursery. It's just a wonderful experience.
Yeah, and thank you Jenny and the team here for all you're doing for the Fraser Coast environment and community.
You're welcome, and it's such a pleasure to be here. It's not work. It's even though it's my job, it's so enjoyable.
Thanks. Jenny, you have so many plants here. What type of plants are you propagating at the moment?
We are propagating a range across all the ecosystems that we have here in the Fraser Coast. So there's plants from the eucalypt forest, so we have these down here. In the acacias, there's also ones that we grow from the coastal areas.
I recognise this. What's this?
That's Banksia oblongifolia.
And what type of plants are you propagating that are endangered or vulnerable?
We propagate the birdwing butterfly vine.
Yeah, an essential habitat for a very endangered species.
Yes, for the Richmond birdwing butterfly, and we're hoping to continue the corridor for that. So would you like to have a look at those?
Yeah, we've been growing that for like 10 years.
Yes.
Is it, I mean, I've tried to get it to take, here it is.
Here it is.
I've tried to get it to take it home. It's very hard to, I know there's a couple of really good examples in the Botanic Gardens. So how big is the bird, I mean, this was once all over here, and then cane farms and other things.
That
really
have reduced it, yes.
But that birdwing, the Richmond birdwing butterfly, it's big, isn't it?
It's quite big. It would probably be in the old scale, 4 inches.
Yeah.
So 10 centimetres across the wingspan.
Yeah. And this is essential for them because they lay the eggs on it, isn't it?
Yes. So the birdwing butterfly the caterpillar only feeds on this particular plant, and it's got to be the new growth. It doesn't feed on the old growth.
Could you get a close-up of this? Is it praying mantis?
Yes.
Of him.